Hi! So, I was watching 10 Things I Hate About You, and you know how, if you've seen 10 Things I Hate About You, you'll remember where Bianca has this whole conversation with her father about how important to her it is that she really wants to go to prom and her dad won't let her go. So anyway, me and my friend were having this conversation about prom and about whether it's really that important because, you know, apparently it's this rite of passage and it's kind of it's one of those life experiences that kind of everybody has or wants to have, or conversely that people think is really stupid and that they're really opposed to. And lots of people seem to have really, really strong feelings about prom as either an experience or like kind of an anti-experience. So I wanted to talk about prom and my experience of prom and what I took from it and what I think about it, because I don't know, I think that this is kind of, I don't know, quite interesting, unexpectedly, because it's not something that I would think that I would find interesting to talk about. But anyway, I don't know how, I mean obviously prom is quite different in America to how it is in England, but in England it kind of varies from school to school, but at my school, when you were like 15, 16, when your GCSEs were finished, you would have a prom, you would have a dance, and it would be kind of to celebrate, because my school didn't have a sixth form, it didn't have like a 16 to 18 year olds kind of bit, so you had to go to college, so this is kind of the end of school, so we had a prom to kind of celebrate and commemorate that. And anyway, this prom was quite a big deal, like everyone wanted really expensive dresses, everyone wanted like limousines and Hummers and things like that. We went in a white Hummer and it was really cool, but I lamented the lack of wine or champagne being 16. So that was really cool. But basically, my attitude to prom was very much, like I wasn't one of the sort of, my school was quite cliquey, but it wasn't cliquey in like the obvious, like people didn't go around calling themselves the cool kids or the nerds, but you could tell that there were cliques. Anyway, I wasn't super popular, like I wasn't a loner, like I had quite a lot of friends, but my friends weren't like the popular group. Anyway, because we were all quite, I'm gonna use the term eccentric, I guess. I don't really know. We all had our own kind of like silly little jokes, and we were a bit ridiculous, and we had fun being ridiculous. But anyway, quite a few of my friends were like, I don't care about prom. Me, like I didn't think it was this massive big deal, or that it was a coming of age thing, or that it was going to be the night that I'd have like my true love's kiss or something, but I wanted to have fun, so I convinced my mum to buy me this dress, which was like £250, and it was a kind of, I don't know, like a kind of dark orangey terracotta colour that like nobody else had, and it was quite sort of gathered and Victorian-y and really cool, and it was absurdly expensive, and that was the only time in my life I ever wore it. But it was really cool, it was a really cool dress, and no one else had one like it, so I was kind of smug about that. And we got there, and we were really excited on the way, and we got there, and the venue was kind of like quite average, and everybody kind of talked and had, you know, like non-alcoholic cocktail thingies, and like just kind of took photographs and all of that stuff. And my best friend was in a mood. She was like she didn't really want to be there, so she wouldn't dance, and so I went and danced on my own, and then I ended up dancing with random people, and it was really, really fun. But then I got to the end of the night, and I was kind of like, what's the big deal? Like, I didn't understand what the big deal was. I thought that maybe actually going to prom and actually experiencing it would kind of make me get what all the hype was, but it didn't. It really didn't. I still just kind of thought, it's prom. It's a party. It's people wear more expensive clothes than usual, but that's it, really. It's not anything. It's not anything particularly special. So that was my experience of it. I just thought that it was something that I ended up being really ambivalent about, and I didn't really have that many feelings about either way. And I think that it's so interesting that something that I personally didn't find to be particularly memorable or particularly, good or bad one way or the other really, is such a huge part of like teenage culture and has been for so many years. And I just think that's really interesting. So I just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, if you watch this, let me know what you think about prom and what your experience was and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, bye!